today we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. So we're just gonna get right into it. But yes, so we're gonna get right into it. Destiny goes to talk to Martell because he knows her best. That's like her mortal enemy right now.
He knows her best.
She said that, and I thought that was
You mean he knows
Melody best?
Melody best.
I thought that was so stupid because if he knew her, he would not have played her and messed around on her the way he did. You could have gone to her mom. You could have gone to her mom actually.
Yeah.
So like say, that makes no sense.
For some reason we're not,
we're not good. Just good. Had a vulnerable moment with her, but you go to her ex. Like, are you trying to make up or are you just like F her? I don't know. That just seemed very weird. Why would you go to Martell? He doesn't like her. He stays lying on her. And any chance he gets, he's like that ex that doesn't want you to be happy. And he's also like that ex that's like, he wants to move on, but he doesn't want you to move on. He'd rather you be miserable and unhappy.
He has threatened a few times to try to take the kids.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's
always... to call her a bad mom.
And he's always talking bad about her.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's making you look bad. It's like actually making you look bad. Like
I understand you knew him before her, but you all were not. I didn't see.
But that is exactly what Melody was talking about at the thing. Yeah. And honestly, I do think Melody is a lot like, it's like you have to slit your wrist to be her friend or something like that. Like, my thing is with Melody, it's like she's always saying that, I'm loyal to a core or whatever. Like, if you're not messing with somebody, I'm not gonna mess with somebody. Like, that's you. That's good for you. But if that's what you expect from every single last one of your friends, maybe you hang around Scorpios or people who are like you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect everybody to do that or whatever, stuff like that. You can expect them to have healthy boundaries with people that you don't like.
Yeah.
But you can't expect for them to cut them off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you saying that you should have cut off Martell or whatever. Like, it's just too much. And then it's like, I was not eavesdropping at the door. You were eavesdropping, then you knocked, okay? Yeah. Very classy.
Yeah.
But I do not agree with Destiny. That was just dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
And I was on your side, sis. But you go to Martell of all people who has mental issues, does not like Melody very much because she left him and is a narcissist.
And I don't even know if he likes you, Destiny.
I don't think he does, because I remember when she was getting a smart mouth with him and they were in her hair salon. He's like, that's why your ass getting divorced now, because you women in your mouth or whatever.
And she wasn't being smart with him. She was just telling him about himself.
No,
she was calling him out on some stuff.
No, she actually was talking about his business, because the thing is he was going to put some stuff in his store that were products, but she was like, so do you have a contract with them? Like, are you getting paid for this? He was like, no, but I'm going to support a black business, but you have no contract. You're putting it in my store. You're promoting it. Yeah. Basically, you're doing work for free. So she was just letting you know that you should probably have something signed before you come and put something in my store.
And she didn't want it to be in her store either, because she needs a contract as a business person.
Exactly.
So she's also telling him about
how to do business properly.
Exactly.
So, but then, of course, he can't handle it.
It became personal.
Yeah, and then he decided to gaslight her and stuff like that. And then he's like, that's why y'all gonna have a weak man. The thing is, Martell, you are a weak man. You are actually a weak man. You are the epitome of a weak man. Yeah. You cannot control your emotions. You cannot control your penis. And on top of that, you just cannot control what you say. You almost got into a fight with an old lady because she told your wife that there's somebody better out there. Yeah, there is somebody better out there for her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, a strong man is somebody like Russell Wilson, okay? Yeah. You are not a strong man. Just because you work out and you grease yourself up with baby oil don't mean that you strong. So, actually cannot. Like, you just want women to accept I just can't stand men sometimes, because y'all just want women to accept the crumbs that y'all want to give us out. No, I want the whole damn loaf, and then I want a cake on too, with the cherries and the icing. Because I deserve it. Don't make no damn sense.
While they're in a jar and just nothing but crumbs, but they want this woman to have this jar of crumbs.
But then you want to put her down so that she can have the crumbs. But then, of course, when you do get her and she decides to settle for you, like that girl Shorty and Kenneth. Well, I'm not saying that he's, but it's like then you want to get upset or whatever, stuff like that, because she accepted the crumbs and now you're pissed off at her or whatever, and you treat her bad anyway. No, we don't want your crumbs and we don't want your narcissism. Just the best thing that Melody ever did was leave him. That's the best thing she ever did for her life. But
Yeah, Destiny.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, that man is a narcissist. You decide to go skip your happy self over there after all the times he disrespected you, then disrespected Melody. That's why I just think that she's basically like, F the friendship. Because, I mean, I'm sorry. Even if I am in a bad place with my girlfriend, I'm not going to
I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. That's her ex-husband.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't go do that. And then I just think, like, even when they were at the baby oil photo shoots, she's still talking about Melody.
I don't even know how she even brought something for him
so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I will not be available.
I would not be picking. Like,
I would not be picking up these calls from him at all.
I would not.
Like,
you would send me text messages, like, and
obviously he sees something in her that is backstabbing. That's why he called you, because he knew you were going to respond and bring him whatever it is he needed at the baby oil session.
I can see why Melody could be annoyed if you're like her ex is calling you, you're picking up the phone, whatever. If my ex is calling you and I am in your presence, do not pick up.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we have healthy boundaries?
Yeah.
You can always text that fool later. Most of the time, he's not talking about nothing anyway.
This is a good advice. When you have friends that are breaking up and they're going through a divorce,
don't get involved.
Don't do that. And then usually you probably have a side. You probably can see the wrong more in one of them than you can see in the other.
Right.
What I will say is don't pick up those calls. Don't pick up those calls. Only if you happen to see that face to face. You happen to see that face to face? Yeah, but don't pick up those calls and don't be going to, homes and stuff like that. Try to stay as neutral as possible.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Destiny and Martell.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about Tisa, her mama, and her cousin.
Yeah.
No, Kiki is the epitome of when you have it going on. You have a family member that's so jealous, so envious, they will just go out of their way to destroy your life. How the hell are you still talking about something that happened 5 years ago? That's why you are aging backwards.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
Okay, so she apologized, you accepted. Why still bring it up? And then why still continue to try to have revenge on her for something she already admitted to and apologized for? I'm not quite sure. And then for you to say, have the nerve to tell Miss Wonder the Melody is your friend. Girl, bye. I never saw you anywhere with Mel and you all being friends. You've been watching the shows.
And even Tisa said, I've never seen her at any of Melody's events. But the thing is, Melody can also be very petty. She can be very petty, very shady.
Yeah, it was shady what she did, but Kiki, you're her cousin. You're family.
Kiki has always been jealous of her. The mama said that, or whatever.
And then she got upset. She was upset that Miss Wanda was looking out for her daughter, like always wanted to put her daughter in a good light. That's her mom. What do you expect her to do?
You are actually stupid.
Only if they were raised together. I'm wondering.
I don't think so. Because she said that her Tisa and her mom grew up in the projects, and that she kind of came from a decent neighborhood or whatever, something like that. But she said, like, she was telling Miss Wanda something about how, y'all wouldn't let me come around or something. I didn't know what that was about.
Okay.
I don't know. I actually don't care about your story. I just felt like it was too much.
Kiki, you are on the outs with her.
I just thought it was stupid. Like, it's just like when you become successful, you have a loving marriage. Yeah. It's like, I feel like people have like this envy. Like, and I don't know if Marceau has cheated or not. Mm-hmm. But this is a man who, yes, he can be sexist. But he is a provider. Yeah. He does protect his family. He does care about Tisa. He has evolved over time. Yeah. Not as perfect as we would all want or hope for her. Yeah. But it just seems like they have this thing where they just want their marriage to fail. Like, they just want them not to work out.
It's the people around them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's colorism thing that she's able to be home and be soft and be in her femininity and be vulnerable and all this stuff or whatever, but I just think it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then you as her cousin, you're going there talking about cheating, this, that, and the third, whatever. If there's not a picture, if there's not a text message, if there's not a baby, I'm not listening to nobody talking about, your husband's cheating on you. Oh, really? Where's the proof? Oh, you have none? Oh, okay. hubby, let's go. But we're not doing this. I'm not going back and forth with miserable people. Yeah. Okay? So I just felt like what the cousin was doing was wrong. And then, so Tisa told the mom what had happened or whatever, stuff like that. Then the mom pop up on the cousin. Yeah. And basically, they had this whole thing about how she was talking about how, oh, I was in a good home, and you guys live in the projects, you would let me go around or whatever. And how, oh, Tisa brought up my business from 5 years ago to Melody, and I'm still upset.
And the only reason why Tisa brought it up from what she said was Melody was
trying to invite some people or whatever. And she was like, she told her,
I don't know if she will come because this is what she's going through.
Yeah, and I'm sure Melody would have asked, girl, what's she going through? Because Melody's just nosy, and she just likes to have something to put to just like bring people down. Mm-hmm. Like, I know everybody's like,
and so Tisa told her, gave her a little snippet, and I guess Melody went back to Kiki to say, I hear you're going through some things.
But that's just like Mel.
It's
just
really
petty.
Just like her.
But the thing is, I kind of said this before, whatever, but also I feel like, not that there's any excuse for it or whatever, but sometimes, when you're braggadocious and you try to act like you're better than everybody, which is what I saw first and second season with Melody and Martell. Mm-hmm. Like, when they were together, it was they were like against everybody, like, you're not S, you're not S, you're not shit, you're not, like, they were like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes God will humble you. Yeah. And I hate to say it, but sometimes God will humble you. Because, God don't like ugly. Yeah. And he doesn't like people who are braggadocious or prideful. God has blessed you guys. Why are you here being bitter and putting other people down, talking about they don't bring nothing to the table? Yeah. And there was at some point where you brought nothing to the table. Yeah. You should have some empathy. And
they obviously bring something to the table, or you wouldn't be in business with them.
Exactly.
So at least be thankful for the little that they bring to the table. Still be thankful for that, because obviously they're doing some stuff that maybe you guys don't want to do. Yeah.
And my thing is, I could never get with Melody when she was going through her stuff. Yes, I understand, your man cheated on you and everything. But the thing is, you brought that to light. You knew about this for 5 years. Okay? Nobody knew about it on the show until you brought it up. But you guys had been going through this before. You had a separation, all that stuff or whatever and stuff like that. Obviously, it was still going on because that's why she even brought it up to the surface. Yeah. But my thing is, when you're going through your stuff, it was like you just needed and wanted somebody to be in the trenches with you who had a man who was cheating on her and your family was broken up. So you actually went for Tisa's marriage. Yeah. You actually went for her marriage, was spreading all this stuff. And my thing is, I don't want to say it's a lie, but, it probably is a lie because you had no proof. And every time you try to bring up proof, you're like, I ain't going to tell you no way. Yeah, she keeps on saying, you could have brought up proof, but you didn't.
And Melody, if you have proof, you will bring it.
Exactly. So
you will have shown it to somebody on this show. Yeah. You will have ensured that somebody knew that this was the proof.
Yeah. So my thing is, I can understand you not wanting to be lonely in the trenches, but don't go for another woman's marriage because that's what happened to you. And so for you to go and do that to Tisa, I don't think it's right. But the thing is, you and Martell have that same thing. When you guys are going through something, y'all like to go and put on somebody else and try to bring somebody else down. Yeah. And that's that very toxic, vengeful thing, which is probably why y'all probably were put together because, you attract what you are. So I just felt like, yeah, Melody, you're going through all this stuff, but the thing is, when you were up there, you weren't humble. And you always try to be like, women empowerment, but you walked over to the side with Kimmy to go and be shady at the picnic about her and other women.
Women empowerment, but you really put down women a lot.
Yeah, you don't represent that in no shape or form. Yeah. So that's my thing with Melody, and I think it's horrible that people come for Tisa and her marriage. Unless, the thing is, it took you a while, Melody, to get out of your marriage. Yeah. It took you a while. You had a whole nother baby with him after you knew about the cheating thing. Yeah. So my thing is, if Tisa is trying to save her marriage and she wants to work it out, give her that grace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be there trying to spread stuff around, talk to other people and all this stuff or whatever. Tisa didn't come for you until you came for her, as far as I'm concerned. Tisa, who's always crying and doesn't want smoke, yes, she holds on to things, but everybody there holds on to stuff. Yeah. Melody's still pissed off at Destiny about her not telling her about her husband a month after they got divorced. Yeah. She was on food stamps. She was not thinking about you. So that's my thing. Everybody holds on to stuff. Tisa holds on to stuff. Melody holds on to stuff. Yeah. Y'all all hold on to stuff. No one is higher than the other. No. But anyway, the mom will put Kiki straight. And what happened with there was somebody else.
Oh, Tiffany's trying to look for her dad. And she's gonna go with Melody.
I just thought that was wrong. Because your first boy, your baby daddy, the man that she has a child with,
right, helped her find her mom.
And now you're going to let
and
Melody...
Louis wanted to find the dad with her.
That's your husband now.
She kicked him to the curb and says, you don't like to travel with me anyway. And he was like...
But this is the time that he wants to, and you go take that opportunity from him to go do a girl's trip. That's why I'm like, you're not serious. You can't possibly be serious about finding your father. My thing is, if I'm going to go look for my father, one, it will not be on tape. Two, it will not be a girl's trip like it's some vacation.
Yeah.
And then three, I will let my husband come and support me in that.
Yeah.
You can't... when the marriage is starting to go sour and you're like, he's not there for me. Well, you didn't let me be there for you when I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So.
And she is wanting to have a baby, and he's like, well, you seem to be really busy.
My thing is, when I'm really busy, what are you going to do to help me if you want us to have a child? Well, also, you said you didn't think he wanted to have a kid.
Yeah, I don't think Louis thinks of having a whole nother child.
He looks comfortable.
He seems quite comfortable where he's at.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That was, is there anything else?
I think that was it. It wasn't
much.
Oh,
we have to talk about the preview.
The preview. It seems as though Marceau is admitting to Tisha. That's what the editing is showing.
That's what the editing is showing, but he
went to some place with this lady, but nothing happened. He's trying to convince Tisha. Tisha is very upset.
But what happened was apparently Kiki, again, went to go talk to somebody, whatever, talking about how, yes, she has talked to me about Marceau cheating or whatever, stuff like that. So then the cousin, it's like everybody's sitting at this table, and it's like Marceau and then his wife or whatever, and then the cousin's here saying, and she's like, I got something to say about Marceau or whatever. He said, say it, do it. Like he's like yelling at the cousin or whatever, stuff like that. And then somebody's like, no, Kiki, don't say it or whatever. He's like, no, go ahead and say it. So, but the thing is, he always said a hit dog don't holler. A hit dog don't holler. And it seemed like you hollered.
I just realized.
So I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like,
Lord have mercy.
But it seemed like Tisa was very upset with the cousin for going and lying and saying that she was crying and saying, I never told you that Marceau cheated or whatever. And she's like, no, listen, this is what I'm saying. So it's like the cousin was trying to backtrack and say, that's not what I was trying to say. But she went over and said it. But that's the thing when you have family members that are jealous of you and are envious of you, you have to stay the hell away from them. That's why when you're successful, you have to keep everybody at a distance and see who's true. Because you have to, it's the ones who were there for you when you were down that you should probably have around you.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if they start being like, boy, how you doing, me sister? Then it's like, yeah, you just take your broke
and that's
self
for
somewhere.
Family and friends.
Big facts.
Boy.
But
it seems as though it's gonna be. I feel so bad for Tisa already.
But if Marceau, you went and you stuck your penis to somebody else, and you have a woman like Tisa who has been there for you, who has sacrifices for you,
Beautiful
the best
woman
thing she
too.
can do.
I'm telling you, she will find somebody else and will scoop her up very quickly.
And he knows that. So if that's what you did, shame on you. Shame on you. But I pray to God that's not what it is, because Tisa, but the thing is, she said that she has been working because she never knows what might happen, if he has to ask her or something. So if she was doing that, then that's a blessing, you know, but it's always
and
sad.
Remember that she has companies in her name and stuff like that. So
it's going to be another situation.
She's going to be comfortable. Yeah. She will be able to have the coins from you. Yeah. And so she'll be comfortable. But I hope that they'll be able to work through it, though.
And I hope that's just not what the case is. But I hope that's not what the case is. Because it's like everybody has been waiting for this moment for so many years. And it would just be a shame if you went and you did that. And you just decided to let people know. Yeah. And you just did that. It's not even about being careless, but just being careless in the fact that you even go to another woman. Yeah. When you have Tisa at home who has been there for you. I know. It would just make no sense to me if he went and did that, and then you gave people you finally give people the green flag to go and say, see, I told you all them years that he was cheating. It would just be a shame.
If that's the case, I will say for her to go ahead and move on, really, because that means that he might decide, I'm gonna be with this lady until all the kids are grown, kind of like what Michael Jordan did. I'm gonna be with this woman until all the kids are grown.
And then we're just gonna act buck wild.
Once the last one is 18, and I ain't got to be on the hook, but still, she was still able to get half. So,
yeah,
Juanita was still able to get half. Good for her.
Yeah. So I just hope that's not what the case is, because if it is, it's just going to be really sad, and I feel really heartbroken for Tisa.
I know.
Because she has done everything. She has really tried to be a good woman, a good wife, a good mother to those kids.
Yeah, and somebody will appreciate that of her, just who the person that she is. If Marcel can't appreciate that, then, girl, it's time to move on.
And don't look back. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time, girl. Find another man and be on about your life. You know,
like someone who will treat you with respect, who will be there for you, and he'll be there for the kids as well.
And be in proactive therapy, like really try to heal as quickly as possible, and then on. You know what I'm saying. Don't spend too many times
when he goes
tears.
to Africa will go with you and the children. Wouldn't go on solo trips. I wonder if it's on that trip that this happened.
I don't know. But we don't know what happened. They could just be hyping it up to make it seem that he's cheated. I really hope that's not the case. But, you know, you can't trust the editing. Because, you know, a lot of people have been waiting for this. I have not.
No.
But it would just be, if you went and you did that, and you know there have been rumors about you for so many years, and you finally go ahead and you confirm it. That's just disgusting. I ain't got no words.
Yep.
But we gonna see what happened, y'all.
We're gonna see. We'll be right here for it.
But it is Mary.
And Amma.
Thank you for watching. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, because we love the comments.